At last, it's back. Suddenly, the entire Shiba Inu colony was startled by whales. Approximately 10 trillion Shiba Inus are exploring the world. Simultaneously, Blackrock got in on the action and dropped some major bombshells. The crowd is ecstatic. The tide is turning in favor of Shiba Inus, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Why is this taking place? Furthermore, what am I even referring to? Okay, I'll try to clarify. Important notice. If you're a fan of Shiba Inus, you're in for one of those crazy days. Despite the price's ongoing recovery efforts, the neighborhood is currently experiencing an electric mood. Why? The reason being that Blackrock, yes, that Blackrock just pulled a stunt that nobody saw coming. An enormous accumulation by any measure has just been recorded. Here we're talking about a significant influx of funds. And now for the part that will give you the chills. This is where it becomes absolutely bonkers. The so-called whale investors have recently made a spectacular return. The amount of Shiba Inu tokens that were sold was about 10 trillion. We're being really honest here, that is a Shiba mountain. There is usually a rationale behind that kind of action. Behind the scenes, something significant may be happening. I get your perspective though. Excellent, but how much is it going to cost? Does it seem to be moving? The question is fair and equal. Also, something is happening there. The community is even more pumped up after one analyst dissected it. He claims that Shiba Inus had just completed a strong ascent and are now relaxing in this traditional close-knit formation that appears on the graph as a bull flag. The basic idea is that it's a setup for another devastating attack. What matters most, Shiba Inu is showing no signs of relinquishing its recent gains as it remains stable above a critical support level. It's as if a possible storm is about to break. Now for the exciting part. If everything continues to unfold as planned, the breakout goal is around 18% higher than where it is at the moment. From a crypto perspective, that's a big step. There has been no overheating of the relative strength index RSI either. As long as it stays put in the center, there's plenty of space for momentum to grow. Hold on tight if this breakout turns out to be true. This might be the start of Shiba Inu's next big win. It appears like a huge development is imminent, what with Blackrock's entry, whales restocking, and a bullish chart pattern fitting like a puzzle. Actually, there are indications that this is happening right now. We are not seeing your typical buys and sells today. Rather, there has been a great deal of activity. Only the most dedicated players are capable of pulling off such enormous calculated movements. Shiba Inu whales, defined as holders of 100 trillion tokens, have recently increased their holdings significantly. According to the most recent data from Into the Block, they had almost 182 trillion tokens just a few days ago. However, in the present day, that figure has increased to more than 192 trillion. Just in the span of 2 days, you've amassed 10 trillion tokens. Consider that for a while, the most powerful holders now own 10 trillion additional Shiba Inu tokens. For several reasons, this is fantastic. To begin with, it expresses strident belief. Whales aren't carefree when it comes to tossing around loads like that. These are the people, organizations or funds with a lot of money riding on their investments. Also, they don't usually move after big news or price action, but prior. Typically, their self-assurance stems from knowledge, understanding or preparation that the average trader lacks. So it's usually a good early sign that something major is about to happen when you see these giants dramatically increasing their exposure. In addition, it establishes a strong foundation upon which the token can be built. The circulation is reduced when whales hold. Typically, their goal is not to generate a fast profit. The steadiness they bring helps prevent wild volatility, and they're in for substantial benefits. What this means for Shiba Inu is that it provides a considerably firmer foundation and makes it more difficult for the price to fall precipitously. Even if retail investors sell in a frenzy, the foundation will be considerably more solid if that much Shiba is in the hands of powerful people. Thirdly, a rebound rally is frequently set off by this type of buildup, and it is precisely the expectation that experts are beginning to have. It is common for smaller investors to ride the wave of demand when the whales buy up. There will be repercussions. When the charts turn bullish, the mob follows suit after the whales have bought. Then, out of nowhere, the price starts going up again. Now for the outlandish part. Simultaneously, Blackrock also made another shocking move. Bitcoin valued at more than $160 million was recently purchased by Blackrock. Yes, that's correct. Bitcoin just got a little boost from one of the world's largest asset managers, who is responsible for trillions of dollars. This is not currency for sale. This does not constitute fear of missing out. This is a strategic move with significant stakes. Anytime BlackRock makes a move like this, the market pays attention. Now we can make the necessary connections. Amidst the influx of Shiba Inu whales who have increased their holdings by 10 trillion tokens in a span of 2 days, BlackRock has also taken action, amassing Bitcoin as if a big disaster were imminent. It seems like this isn't happening by chance. It is possible that the near coincidence of these two occurrences is indicative of a larger wave developing beneath the surface. What about the time? Far too lovely to disregard. Consequently, we must ask, do they have knowledge that we do not? Are these astute investors preparing for a possible market surge? It seems like they're getting ahead of something major. It could be a matter of regulations being more clear. Perhaps it's a significant change in global politics. On the other hand, it may be the beginning of a complete bull run in cryptocurrency prices. Additionally, Shiba Inus tend to burst during bull runs, although Bitcoin typically leads. Consider this. Massive moves like these from institutional behemoths like BlackRock are almost never based on speculation. That's the plan. They have groups of insiders, data scientists and analysts that work non-stop. And when whale wallets and spot purchases start pouring that type of money into Bitcoin and Shiba Inu, it usually signifies the smart money season opportunity that the market hasn't completely priced in yet. I guess a huge change in momentum may be on the horizon, and this could be its precursor. Bringing back Shiba Inu whales, Bitcoin being stacked by BlackRocks. A bullish trend is emerging on the charts. If this isn't the start of something monumental, then it's certainly the prelude to what's to come. Shiba Inu still have a lot of room to grow, especially when considering the distant future. When dealing with the market, it's easy to lose sight of the forest for the trees, especially when dealing with short-term price fluctuations. Presently, the picture is becoming more transparent and bullish daily. Being patient is basically all that's required of us. Lucy, the head marketer for Shiba Inus, just tweeted precisely that. Words are simple, but they signify a lot, she added, particularly in the crypto industry, where passions are strong and success isn't always a straight path. Great things do not happen overnight, as Lucy's message so aptly reminds us. Adding Shiba Inu to the list of meme coins was never the intention. Far beyond that, it has grown. We are currently working on getting Shiba Inus up and running, releasing new developer tools, building utility on a daily basis, and receiving significant attention from whales and even institutions. This is no longer hype. Building on the back of tangible progress and expanding infrastructure, momentum is building. Shiba Inu is currently in a stage where far larger things are being prepared for. Bitcoin is seeing a resurgence as BlackRock adds to its holdings. There are constructive setups on the charts. Even in the face of adversity, the Shiba Inu community maintains its resilience and hope for a better future. Indeed, the fireworks have begun. However, the true benefit will accrue to those who maintain concentration, ground themselves, and recall Lucy's words. You will claim what is rightfully yours. This is only the beginning of Shiba Inu's adventure. Therefore, what is your view on the matter? Feel free to leave a comment after reading this. Click on one of the videos on the screen if you're interested in finding out more. After that, the video comes to a close. If you found the video enjoyable, please enable channel notifications. You risk financial loss if you fail to implement a crucial Shiba Inu upgrade. Put it out of your mind. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you could forward this video to everyone you know. We need to spread the word about this.